To get a free copy of your credit reports, simply go to annualcreditreport.com. You don't need to pay anyone for your credit reports. Simply go to this website and request them. Now you can request them either all at once, or you can spread it out over a year and request one every 4 months. If you haven't checked your credit report in a while and you'll be applying for credit in the near future, it's probably a good idea to get them all at once. That way you can get any errors taken care of quickly. But if there's no need for you to use your credit in the near future, request one today, and then in 4 months request another, and then 4 months after that request the third. That way you've got a good look at your credit history over the course of a year. Generally, the credit reports do contain the same information, but every once in a while you'll find a notation on one of the credit reports that isn't on the others. But start the process, request one, and go from there. You'll be looking for account errors. Accounts that are not yours. I'm Leo Jr. The last time I checked my credit report, I had student loans on there for children I don't have and a mortgage on there for a house I don't own. So some of my father's information had gotten onto my credit report. You're looking for balance errors, late payment errors, available credit errors. Here's an example of an available credit error. When you got your credit card statement, it says that you started that card with $10,000 in available credit. If you're using $5,000, you've got $5,000 left. If your credit report shows that that card only started with a $5,000 available balance and you're now using $5,000, that's an available credit of 0. And that counts against your credit ratio, which will hurt your credit score. Here's an example of your credit ratio. Let's say you have 3 credit cards with a total available balance of $30,000. And let's say you're using $18,000 of that. That's a credit ratio of 60%. Now, to get your best credit score, your credit ratio per card should be 30% or less. But that's what a credit ratio is. So that's one of the errors you'll be looking for when you're looking at your credit reports. Your credit score is a 3-digit number between 300 and 850 that is shorthand for potential creditors to judge your credit worthiness. So as you're walking into a store and they're offering you some free gift if you sign up for their credit card, this is what they're going to run really quickly. They're going to run your credit score. They don't have time to look at your credit report individually, so they're looking for that 3-digit number. Now, your credit score isn't something you want to obsess over. It changes all the time. You don't need to know it unless a potential creditor, insurer, or employer will be looking at it, and then you'll want to look at it first. The best way to do that is at a website called myfico.com. Now be aware, there are a lot of companies that will promise you a free credit score. In the fine print of those offers, it says you're being signed up for some monthly monitoring service. Now if you want to get one of those, it's okay, but they're really not necessary. Unless you have a very common name or your identity has been stolen, you might want to check into them. But to get your true credit scores, go to myfico.com/12. It'll cost you about $50 to get your credit score from all 3 bureaus. That /12 will give you up to 12 negative reason codes why your score is what it is and what you can do to improve it. Some simple things you can do to improve your credit score include getting any errors removed, pay off debt, get your credit limits increased, and you want to be careful when you do that. You don't want to get in a position where you owe more than you can afford to pay back comfortably. You want to pay your bills on time. You want to limit hard inquiries. Hard inquiries are inquiries made by a car dealer or a mortgage broker or a jewelry store. Some place where you sign a document that says, yes, we can check your credit. If you initiate those inquiries, they don't count against you. And finally, don't close any accounts. With the caveat being here, if you can't afford having credit cards open because they're too tempting for you, then by all means close them. But when you close a long-term account, an account you've had for a long time, it does hurt your credit score. For more helpful information like this, visit AskTheMoneyman.com. Thanks for watching.